What's going on, YouTube? It's been a while. We're back with the Left Field Mike Show. The NBA Finals are in full force with Toronto leading Golden State 2-1. By the time this video is uploaded, I don't even know what the series is going to be. They're playing tomorrow in Oakland. Toronto's really fighting hard. But this video is not about the NBA. It is actually about something else. As you may have guessed, I got the Brooklyn Dodger shirt, the Brooklyn Dodger... Did I just call the Brooklyn Dodger shirt the Brooklyn Dodger hat? I got the Brooklyn Dodger hat, the Brooklyn Dodger shirt. We're talking about the Brooklyn Dodgers, and we're talking about Jackie Robinson. And it's 2019. So this team left in 57. It's been a very, very, very long time since the Brooklyn Dodgers have been here. So why are we talking about this now? Well, the other day, I was pretty inspired. Coming home from work, I usually drive home. Sometimes I'll take the subway. Sometimes I'll take the bus, whatever. I was like, you know what? I am going to walk. So along my route home walking, I decided, you know what? I'm going to check out the site of Ebbets Field. And that's exactly what I did. Now, as somebody that has lived his entire life in Brooklyn, I know Brooklyn like the back of my hand. I know Brooklyn like the back of my hand. I've been all over, okay? I have friends in all different neighborhoods of Brooklyn. But I've never actually went to the site of Ebbets Field, or if I've driven past it, I never really thought much of it. I really wanted to take a look and see it for myself and actually feel kind of like the presence of history. So that's exactly what I did about 2 weeks ago. So I walked to the site of Ebbets Field, Sullivan Place in Flatbush, and I get there. Initially, I just see an apartment complex. The apartment complex is huge, very tall. You're in the middle of a neighborhood, and you're not really seeing much that's like signaling that this was once a stadium or this was once a ballpark. But as you walk around it, presumably in like right center field, you see a big sign that says Ebbets Field. Or big letters that say Ebbets Field, and you see a little plaque saying 1962, this was the site of Ebbets Field. Now, obviously in 62, that's when the apartment complex was being built. Just being there, I felt pretty awesome. Because although you didn't really see much showing that this was where Jackie Robinson once played and this is once where the Dodgers once played, you still felt it. You felt it. You're in a neighborhood, a residential neighborhood, where there's a good sense of community. A sense of like, just man, this is where the Brooklyn Dodgers played, and you can get a feel by the way the block is kind of laid out that a stadium could have been there. You know, it seemed big enough, even though it was pretty small. And people will tell you, historians will tell you, Ebbets Field was very small, very intimate. All the seats were great seats, and if you look at old pictures in right field, you have that little chain link fence with a lot of local advertisements, but behind the chain link fence, that was it. You had the street. So it was big enough to have a stadium, but it was just pretty small in the grand scheme of things. It was pretty awesome walking through this site. It really made me think, like, man, the Brooklyn Dodgers were here. Baseball, American history was here. Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier here. And that is tremendous to think about. The World Series appearances, the World Series games played there, all the legends that were there. You had guys like Jackie, of course, Pee Wee Reese, Duke Snider, Roy Campanella. I mean, you can go on and on and on about the Dodger greats, and it's absolutely unfortunate that this team left. Anyway, the purpose of this video is I want to take you guys on a tour. We're going to check out the site of Ebbets Field. We're going to check out the site where the Dodgers made history and signed Jackie Robinson. We're going to head over to the Barclays Center and show you the flagpole that once flew over Ebbets Field. So anyway, stay tuned. Hope you guys enjoy this video. Brooklyn Dodgers, baby. All right, guys, this is stop one on the tour. Looks like a regular TD Bank here on Montague Street, downtown Brooklyn. It's pretty busy. Now, we're going to show you this plaque over here. We're going to get to it in a second. Founded 1827. This building's been here a while. But this is the site where the Brooklyn Dodgers made baseball history signing Jackie Robinson. It was in this building. If you guys ever watched the movie 42, you will see the scene where Branch Rickey is with Jackie Robinson, giving him scenarios of what to expect. Obviously, there was a ton of racism and bigotry at the time, and Branch Rickey was kind of preparing him, in a sense, for it. And that all happened in this building. That legendary scene, Jackie signing that contract, that happened here. So again, 215 Montague. A lot of people just pass it every day. They don't know really the significance of what's going on here. It's a very busy street, very busy neighborhood downtown. Borough Hall right across the street. I believe the Dodgers even had some rallies right across the street at Borough Hall. But there you go, 215 Montague. Jackie Robinson became a Dodger. All right, guys, we're on the corner of Atlantic and Flatbush. Shout out to Modell Sporting Goods. Great store, if y'all aren't familiar. We got the Nets flag up here, the American flag up here. This flagpole right here outside of Barclays Center flew over Ebbets Field. You guys can read the sign right here. Take a look. Yes, the local teams, the Nets, the Mets, they all do a pretty good job. Jeez, take it easy. Man, this is just a common occurrence though, Brooklyn traffic. But a lot of the local teams do a good job of playing tribute to the Dodgers. You know, the Nets had their blue and gray jerseys, Dodger colors. The Mets, if you ever check out Citi Field, the Jackie Robinson Rotunda is supposed to emulate what Ebbets Field looked like back in the day. So check it out. Let's go Nets. Kyrie Irving, he is coming to town. Hopefully, can't wait. But yes, Ebbets Field flagpole right there, guys. We are here. This is the former site of Ebbets Field. We're on the corner of McKeever and Sullivan in Flatbush, Brooklyn. About 2 blocks away, pan it over. That's where Prospect Park would be. People would take the subway, get off over there, walk over here. This is the legendary corner. But right now, as you can see a big apartments complex. There's a school to my left. There's really not much showing that this used to be a ballpark. But if you go down a little bit, you'll see a nice mural of Jackie Robinson. You'll see a little painting of Ebbets Field. I'm going to take you around the back where you see a little bit more evidence of states. This is Ebbets Field Middle School, MS 352 in Flatbush, Brooklyn. You see a sign saying Jackie Robinson School. A nice little painting over here, Jackie Robinson with the rotunda. So as I pan the camera around, this is definitely the biggest indicator that this was once Ebbets Field. You see a sign right here, Ebbets Field, and the apartment building, of course. We're basically in right field. So as you can see down this block, not a huge space for a stadium, but they made it work. But this is one of the bigger reasons why O'Malley wanted a new field in ballpark, because you just really couldn't expand seating here. Just not a big area, but pretty awesome nonetheless. This is the site Jackie Robinson made history right here. We checked out all 3 sites that I told you I was going to check out. Sorry this video is a little bit late. Wow, what is it, 3-2 Raptors in the finals right now? So obviously I started this way earlier than I'm finishing it, but better late than never. Before we continue real quick, Trev, I know you're watching this. Yes, I'm wearing the Fantasy Football Championship shirt. If you got a problem with that, we'll talk about it. But all right, real quick side story. I bought this shirt prematurely, anticipating I would win a Fantasy Football Championship. I wanted to get free shipping and handling. But when Pat Mahomes decides he doesn't want to throw the ball to Travis Kelce, when all my running backs get hurt in the last week of the season, pretty much just made a jackass of myself. Bought this shirt. And of course I had to write the year on it too. If I just didn't write the year, maybe I could have worn it again this year and whatever. Well, let's move past that. Anyway, it's awesome just thinking that we had 3 professional baseball teams all within a 20-mile radius here in New York at one point. And people from Brooklyn are very proud of their borough. We had a fan base. Okay, Brooklyn is a very populated borough. If Brooklyn was its own city, if you took New York City, right, divided all 5 boroughs into their own cities, Brooklyn today would be the 3rd most populated city in the United States. LA would be 1, Chicago would be 2, and then Brooklyn would be 3. A lot of people here, and people love their borough here. When I go out of state, I love telling people I'm from Brooklyn. I mean, you might say you're from New York, but there's just a sense of pride being from Brooklyn. People rallied around the Dodgers. They had the fans. And I think O'Malley really did want to keep the Dodgers in Brooklyn, but he just couldn't work out a deal with Robert Moses. Robert Moses was one of the more powerful developers, city, basically in terms of highways and buildings and city planning. Robert Moses was probably the most powerful guy at the time. Now, O'Malley wanted a new stadium in Brooklyn. Moses wasn't having it. Moses wanted the stadium in Queens. The two didn't really get along. O'Malley saw an opportunity in LA, which unfortunately for us, we kind of got screwed there. And that was the end of the Dodgers in Brooklyn. The New York Giants were happy to go out west because the Giants, unlike the Dodgers, didn't have the fan support that the Dodgers had. The Giants were very close to Yankee Stadium, Upper Manhattan. That's where the Polo Grounds were. That's where the Giants played. And the Yankees played in the South Bronx. So the stadiums were very close. You could even see Yankee Stadium from the Polo Grounds. The Giants just weren't drawing like the Dodgers or the Yankees. So when the Dodgers were heading out west, The Giants definitely took the advantage of the opportunity and built a legacy, a very successful legacy in San Francisco. Unfortunately for us in Brooklyn, that was it for professional baseball. We do have a minor league team, the Brooklyn Cyclones, a single A affiliate of the New York Mets, and we do have the Brooklyn Nets, thank God. That's it for me. Before I get out of here, shout out to you, Chris. Thanks for the inspiration for making these videos. I really appreciate it. You've given me a lot of good advice, like turning me on to Cheers. By the way, real quick, Cheers might be the best sitcom of all time. My guy Chris here encouraged me to watch the show, got into it, absolutely loved it. If you have Hulu, if you have Netflix, it's a little old show, started in the 80s. Ted Danson, Woody Harrelson, Kirstie Alley, tremendous actors and actresses in the show. I freaking love it. And I'll put it right up there with Seinfeld, man. It's just a great show. But again, this is a sports show, so I'm way off track here. But anyway, thanks for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do, get it done. Thanks for listening. Again, thanks for all the support. God bless you guys. Talk to you soon.